Sure. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those?
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Fear not. What's a little thunder when even lightning wouldn't dare strike our path? Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
The campaign begins. The threads of your fate.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
If there's anything you need, don't hesitate.
Barely felt it.
Let's improvise.
Until everything turns to ashes!
You won't get away. Still the same one. Like that comfortable. Still the same one. Let the show begin. Friend? Indulge yourselves!
Set to the sea, go play!
Lay to bed.
Nowhere to hide.
Dreams do come true.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Set the seas aflame!
Detonate!
Like that confidence. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin! Dreams do come true. Let's improvise. Let the show begin! Still the same wall. Dreams do come true.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Will forged in ice. Never falters!
Sword from shadow. Set the seas aflame!
Let the show begin!
Oz reveals us.
Friends?
Lay down.
Indulge yourselves!
Fight to land! Set the seas aflame! Fight to land! Until everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
Fight to land!
Let's improvise.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Still the same will forged in ice. Never falters!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Fight to land!
Let them do as they please.
that all?
Set the seas aflame!
My friends? Indulge yourselves! Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! The show begins!
White?
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Until everything burns to ashes!
A will forged in ice never falters!
Fight to live!
The audacity to even make that.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Set the seas aflame!
Let the show begin!
Detonate! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
Relax. Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
There's little difference between snow
Attack
and
detected!
will forged in ice never falters! Still the same one.
Set the seas aflame! Fight to live!
Is that all?
Set the seas aflame!
Wind rises. Search for it.
Recalibrating!
Attack!
Let the show begin! A will forged in ice never never falters! Dreams do come true. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
It's you again. Eternal.
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes! Attack detected.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Set me ablaze!
Even the wind can...
Fight to land! All will be swept away by the wind. Set me ablaze!
Let the show begin!
Existence is unity.
Attack!
We're in trouble now. than ever.
Let's go.
To travel far away.
Much better. Rules are made to be
Something
broken.
you wish to report? You have my undivided.
1,000 wonders. Fight as one! Here, try this.
Let's make it quick.
Welcome. Yeah! To travel far.
Much better. Let's go.
Yeah! Commencing research. Here, try this.
Much better.
Seize the moment. Yeah! 1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight as one!
Rules are made to be broken.
Speed, not haste. Speed, not haste. Gale Force! The wind is rising. Bolt! From the blue!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Break!
This is our chance.
As easy as that.
Rules are made to be broken.
Fighting is meaningless.
I can take it.
Yield. Yeah,
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.
yield.
I
Yield.
can't promise you'll like what you see. Yield.
The smell of sin. I shall be the judge. By the will of the Ten Lords. The Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Break!
This is our chance.
Recount.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
I shall be the judge.
Fighting is meaningless.
Flee!
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Pray.
Fiend or devil? I'll crush them all!
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. I can't do this.
Forward! Get them!
Let's make it quick. Just a scratch. Rules are made to be broken.
Thanks for the support. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let's go.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Fiend or devil? I'll crush them all! Get them!
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Rules are made to be broken.
Get them!
We have the upper hand. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Get them!
Just a scratch.
I'm scared.
Stay put! Get them!
Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique. Ha! 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 Descend to Earth! We're in trouble now. Strike! Melt! Leap through clouds!
Something you wish to report?
Naughty child.
You have my undivided attention.
Nap time. Welcome, customers. Yes, you! Thousand wonders to raise your spirits. Fight as one! Melt! Slap! Descend to Earth! Melt! Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Better late than never. Mountains fall! Intercepting sword technique. Cleave through clouds! We're in trouble now. Strike! Melt! I'm okay. Descend to Earth! Nap time. Let's be friends. 1,000 wonders to raise your spirit. Fight as one! Yeah. Right on time. Slap! Right on time. Talk.
Children be up to.
Time for a shot.
Let them do as they please.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Better late than never. Strike! Melt! Yeah! Leap through clouds! Naughty child.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.
Melt!
I
Let's be
promise
friends.
you'll like what you see.
Shivering mountains! I'm okay. Right on time. 1,000 wonders to raise. Fight as one! Melt! Descend to Earth!
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule. Add Astro. Thank you for
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight,
Wow, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go. Blast? Expedition? Yeah, wherever we go, we eat, play,
Something
and
you
have
wish to
a
report?
blast.
Go on. You have my
we should
undivided
leave
attention.
March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection. Reboot.
No need to worry. Aside from stars...
What do you think, Himiko?
There's search with Madame Herta's help.
Aww.
Being an adult, so here's the plan.
What do you two think? I don't hear any...
Now that everyone's on board with the...
Kalinga Amit.
That's why geniuses are.
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Don't miss us too much.
Himeko, by the way...
Just plus, and since...
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say. I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
Time to go.
always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us. Where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the ruins. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, you guys! Did they... Are you familiar with this...
We're from Pen...
Oh, we just left.
That's great.
We did, but the...
Can't...
That's why we're asking from... most of the... Yeah, we know...
I've heard the ring was actually confirmed. No doubt about it.
But for now...
We're looking for you.
You're the expert here.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on the planet of festivities.
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes. Maybe something down to earth would touch their hearts.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a couple of days.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Oh, really? Let's go catch up with him.
Time to go.
There you are. Everyone, this way. Hey, everyone. It's been a while. It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you... What's up, March?
Solidified!
Hey, kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
Silence!
We've only been away for a few months.
Brings a smile to my face.
Long time no see.
Been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Donhung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskip being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why, General Jingyuan.
Yep. With the war dance coming up, the General said it's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Starforge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knight's armaments. The Xianzhou Juming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
What could the children
Just
be
mentioned
up to?
security. Now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse
Let
me.
them do as
I
they
need to go check
please.
out the situation.
We'll go with you.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him. Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Never falter! Let's improvise.
Until everything burns to ashes!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Fight to live! Set the seas aflame!
Let the show begin!
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat.
Could you give me back my...
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning. Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Error.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again? Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Rebooting.
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Error. Wait! My sword! I'm sorry, but I'm
Staring
afraid
into
we'll
my
have to put our
eyes
plans
is
on hold.
ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
While we appreciate your rescue,
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formality,
but this shipment isn't even...
according to the protocol,
But we didn't...
Looks like this argument. Rebooting.
Restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Rebooting. Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, according to the protocol...
Please don't blame me.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Ju. Here's what happened.
So,
Honestly, it gives me a headache. You know, with all...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details from others, so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yenching.
Please don't tease.
What are those people?
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They're abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. Who would have thought... Yeah, well, enough. I'd love to chit... Thank you, but... By the way...
I do... Perhaps she...
All right, let's...
Don't worry. Don't...
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Success.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. all is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hua Yan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Something you wish to report? Go
Be
on.
it Arbiter
You have my
General,
undivided
Furnace
attention.
Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty. I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Hua Yan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hua Yan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuan? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lawfu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Hua Yan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag.
Strike us!
Again? True tragedy. No, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Zhuming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. Unfortunately, the owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Ow! Hold on a second.
Where'd that come from?
You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lawfu's sword masters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? You want to settle
Let's
this
go
with
find some
swords?
treasure.
Fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to
Danger
Yanqing.
team popular can be such a hassle.
Hey!
Who knew
side
the
are you
people would
on,
adore
Grandpa?
me so much?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Wang and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests? Take Miss Yun Li. I'll find another chance to talk. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I think you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Hua Yan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Well, looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and put the IPC behind me. not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. It's especially true when you're up against the IPC, your non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Into the wind. The wind
It is
knows
the law whose honor have you in attendance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Would there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
into the wind.
You're overthinking it, Zhunoy. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the Star Skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to, and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu any— by the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Dan Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the Plague Mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish. The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip, but it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng, now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right? Yeah, exactly. Wait, are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called look.
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait. Why are you here? You're staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind!
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission!
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests in Nishikwe. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double-check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped Aram Alley. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Galactic Commerce.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
ahead and brag about their skills. After all, But I'm different. I'm an IPC. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Xianzhou, the Skyfaring Commission has the right to inspect it.
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Xianzhou Legal Code, all...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection...
Confiscate it? How can you see...
If this were pure point, an incoming cargo posed a...
That's true. But the IPC sometimes makes exceptions. For example, they've always given special terms to Xianzhou vessels. We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations, and that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the IPC's reputation on the Xianzhou. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, it won't just make things difficult for your business, but it'll also have an impact on your career down the line.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou. Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it, but they just refused to let us go. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ling Sha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off! how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Sam, awaiting orders.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to land! Set the seas ablaze!
Still the same one. Let the show begin! Hope you're prepared. We have a situation at hand. Stay in the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters! Let's improvise.
Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied and sweet. Gonna keep going? If not, I'll catch my breath for a while. My friends, indulge yourselves!
Dreams do come true.
That's all you got? Gonna keep going? If not, I'll catch my breath for a while.
Joining the battle. Detonate.
Take your positions.
Like fireflies, until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set just right.
Let the show begin!
This is no fight! Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it! You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program!
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving! I swear on the Amber Lord!
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the Shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Lingsha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive, taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so... Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
It's still early, so why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
The news is spreading pretty fast.
All these years, and the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Dan Heng, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the Ambrosial Arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the Ambrosial Arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the Ambrosial Arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Dan Heng? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going? Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
A bright edge that can cut jade, and the stars shift within it. A fine sword indeed. Rise.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still. Strike the park!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Until everything burns to ashes! I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Bladed flight!
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Strike the park!
Set the seas ablaze!
Bladed flight!
Let the show begin!
Swords descend!
Until everything burns to ashes! Attack detected!
Oh!
Set the seas ablaze!
Strike the park!
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Fight to land!
Your confidence.
Bladed flight!
Let the show begin!
Strike the park! Swords descend!
Until everything burns to ashes!
I win, Miss Yun Li!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the War Dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. heard there's a dozing general on the Law Fu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
How she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fishhowl. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the Seat of Divine Foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Shao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the Seat of Divine Foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.